Hey, thanks for stopping by. My name's Jake. This is John.
In today's review, we're going to be taking a look at the DJI Ronin S and the DJI Osmo Pocket, and which might be best suited for your needs or your use case.
So John, obviously as a professional, you need stabilization, where the Pocket now offers really nice stabilization. You're not getting a lot of the features and benefits of a professional rig, like being able to put on your own camera. The Ronin S app offers a ton of really cool controls. This guy right here is probably my favorite part. Right now, the follow focus is completely wireless. Hooks into an adapter that DJI now is released recently.
Now that you can control the focus, it kind of doesn't necessarily eliminate the need for an AC, hiring an AC on your shoot, but in theory, you can really have all the power of having an AC directly within your own hand or within one person, really. That's really can save you a lot of money on shoots, and it's completely a game changer for a lot of shooters.
I'll tell you what though, it's not as easy as you would think. We've been using it for a couple shoots now, and to be able to frame your shots, figure out your movement, figure out your exposure. There's so many things that go into setting up a shot, and then having to pull focus and use focus peaking to see what's in focus. It's definitely nice, but you have to have that know-how, and really it takes practice to nail it down. Battery life is incredible. We're talking 10 hours. We probably go a few shoots before we even drop it on the charger. That's great. You know, you can always rely on battery life.
I don't know how much time you've ever put on this, but in my shoot that I did the other day, it lasted the whole time and didn't even drop any at all in battery life. I used it for probably an hour and a half, 2 hours.
I think they're saying 5 hours, depending on if you're plugging into your device. So what's really cool with the Osmo Pocket is it comes with an adapter that allows you to plug into your iOS device so you can see what's going on the camera. The screen on this guy is tiny, so it's really difficult to frame your shot perfectly when you're working on a 2x2 screen, and it's a square, so you're not even seeing the outsides of the frame.
Yeah, that crop's pretty annoying. It was hard to frame for me, especially trying to run up the stairs. It was hard to tell if the shot was centered.
Another great feature of the Osmo Pocket is the ability to set different types of camera controls. For instance, you can set a time lapse. We have slow motion, standard video, photo, and even a cool pano. It'll use the gimbal itself to take 4 photos, and you just stitch them together and you have a really cool pano. So another really cool feature of the Osmo Pocket is the follow mode. You can draw a square on your subject and it'll follow it around as you pan. So if, you know, it's really difficult to hold that shot down for a fast moving subject, similar to the DJI drones. The Phantom 4 Mavic series has that follow. You draw the square on the subject. The Osmo Pocket offers that same capability. Also has a fast and slow follow, so you can tell the Pocket whether it's a fast moving subject or slow, so it's not doing really jerky movements.
Another thing that I think is worth mentioning is sensor size. When you have something like the Ronin S, you can really increase sensor size, which is a huge play in low light capability and getting that shallow depth of field that a lot of people associate with cinematic footage. Another thing that was brought to my attention with the Osmo is that it does shoot at 4K 60, and that was pretty mind-blowing to me. An issue with that, however, is the compression that comes with that. So on a Sony camera, you get that 100 megabit per second encoding rate. On something like this, I don't even know what it is, but at 4K 60, the compression rate that I'm sure is coming with this, plus the smaller sensor size, really gives you some blotchy footage in post, kind of poor low light performance, and even though you can shoot at 4K 60, it's not going to look the best. I was actually really impressed with the stabilization of the Osmo Pocket, and actually I think it was a little bit smoother than the Ronin S. I think largely due to the small sensor size and thin stabilization, in-camera stabilization that comes with that small sensor size. I know that the Panasonic GH5 actually outperforms a lot of Sony cameras in that sense too, because of its Micro Four Thirds sensor. So maybe if you mounted something like that on the Ronin S, it would be a different story. Sony's kind of notorious for semi-poor in-camera stabilization, but I was really impressed with what the Osmo Pocket is able to do in that sense. It's pretty cool that something for $350 can in some cases actually outperform something that is, you know, probably 6 times the price.
I think it's a great camera, great unit for that behind the scenes, quick content. You're not looking to produce, you know, big production video, but just want to put something out there.
Or even beyond brand usage, you know, it's an awesome personal thing. If you're on vacation or want to do like a little travel video or document some family fun, you know, like this Osmo is a really great way to create memories for you know, generations to come.
And it's tiny. And you know, DJI has the regular Osmo, which is a stabilizer for your iPhone or for your mobile phone. And that thing is bulky, it's big. You know, it's almost the size of the Ronin S, and you know, people kind of feel weird about being out in public, or you know, you're on vacation, you have this huge thing, when really you can have this 3-inch little device here. Call it a pocket because it can literally fit in your pocket. So if you're trying to figure out which of these two things you may be interested in purchasing, when you break it down, we're talking $350, $749.
And on top of that $749, you have to buy your camera, you have to buy your lens, you have to buy the media that comes in that, and you know, all that stuff kind of adds up. You can spend a lot of money on this. This is definitely a more professional level thing, and this is more for the consumer. Each one of these cameras is not the best for everybody. You know, everybody has their certain use case that one of these is going to fit better for them. If you're looking for more high-end stuff, obviously you'd want to go the route of the Ronin S. If you're looking for more something fun, document maybe some family times or pump out some content for your brand, maybe the Osmo is a great option for you. But really, they're apples and oranges, and they're both great cameras, and both have their rightful spots in any arsenal.
So that does it for today's comparison. It's been fun. My name's Jake. Till next time, out like trout. Thanks for stopping by.